Hi, I'm Tim Dowd, and we're here at New York Comic Con. I'm here with Bill Geradts, publisher of Beyond Reality Media. How's it going, Bill?
Very well, very well. I'm looking forward to a long weekend here. So,
Now, I understand, besides being the publisher for this company, you're also the co-writer of 3 of the titles?
yes, we've got Inspiration Duncans, which is a quirky real-world book. Attica, which is our mythology and Gandhi-like book. And Warden, which is a relatively unique spin on a superhero book. We also print, well, not print, we digitally produce Robert Rankin's Empires, which is an English author. It's more our steampunk book. So we're a bit, most studios have, like, we're horror or we're superheroes. We're a bit of everything, you know, and looking for more. So
Now, something that caught my eye, you said Attica, you said Gandhi-esque at the end there?
when we created Attica a couple of years ago, and it was, we'd watched so many of these superheroes or gods or whatnot, and all they do is kill and rape and pillage and all this kind of stuff. Zine is a good example.
Oh, I was just saying, like, I remember that issue of Superman where he just killed and raped that whole village.
Yeah. Zine is a good example of, in terms of all she's doing is violence, and then she goes, I'm going to turn over a new leaf by doing more violence, but to other people. Yeah. And so what we did is we took Attica, which is the legend of Castor and Pollux. It's got Zeus and Hercules in it, and said, okay, 500 BC, he's doing all that. He's doing the raping and the pillaging and killing, and Zeus comes down and says, you can't do this. This is not what you're supposed to be doing. And they say, you know, we're gods. We can do what the hell we like.
Hey, this is a children. No, it's not.
I like to equate them to, like, what if Conan the Barbarian was Paris Hilton in 500 BC, right? So Zeus throws them in jail, and 2,500 years later, Pollux comes out, and he's had all that time to sort of think about what he's done, who he is. You know, you can either go batshit crazy or you can go the other way. And he comes out as pretty much a Gandhi-like guy, that I'm never going to raise my hand against anybody else ever. But that doesn't mean that he can't. It means if Gandhi could take in a bullet, he'd probably be still around doing things. So this is a guy who can do a lot, and we still have a lot of action and violence and stuff in there, because you got to have that. But it's more of a peaceful message that you can change what you're doing and how you're doing it, but through mythology.
All right, very interesting. Now, you mentioned something earlier that you don't publish any of these things; you digitally distribute them. Can you elaborate on that?
We produce them through our website. So if people want to just read the books, they're free. You can go online. We put a page up a week of each book. So there's 5 pages a week. So at the end of each month, we got 20, 25 pages up. There's already about 30 pages of each book online. You can buy them through iVerse. Empires, Warden, and Attica are all available on iVerse. But at the moment, we haven't printed anything. It's all been a digital project, because honestly, that's the way things are going.
Now, it's interesting that you mentioned that, because we are kind of living in an increasingly paperless world, and businesses are kind of falling by the wayside in that element. Do you feel this is a more efficient business model? You don't have a publisher cost and any of that kind of thing?
If I was making money, I'd say it was an efficient business model. I'm not yet, so I can't really say. I think there's benefits to it. I think that we will print something sooner or later. I don't think we'll ever print a comic. Maybe a trade, but I just don't see the point in putting out a $3 comic when you can do it digitally. But a trade that's collected thing of them, maybe. In terms of how it goes, I do think that digital is going to take over from print, but I don't think it'll ever replace it fully, in that print will always be around, because people want to collect these things. They still want something in their hand. But more and more, digital will become more, because I think the market share will increase. Whereas if comics is, like, if this is where comics is at the moment, and digital is like this much of it, in 10 years' time, I think comics will be up to here, but digital will be this much of it. So the print medium will reduce, but the digital will extract. But you're still going to have people who want to buy physical comics. Yeah. But it's iTunes needs to be demonopolized, and there's got to be changes in how that works for it to happen. But with all the advent of tablets and how they're working, give it 5 years and it'll be really a lot easier to send these things out than it is now.
All right, thank you very much. Now you clearly are from New Zealand by your accent. Is this company based out of there, or
I'm based in New Zealand. Christian, my art director and co-writer, is based in LA. The artist of Inspiration Dunkers is in Chile. The artist of Attica is in New York. The artist of Warden is in Chile again. The artist of Empires is in England. We're everywhere. It's the joy of the internet and the global age is that you can, you don't have to be in one city, you don't have to be in one country anymore. You can do the file, email it, and it's across the planet in 2 seconds. It really is so much easier to do these things. And it means you can have different people work on different projects without even meeting them. I think I just met the guy who's doing, Richard Clark, who's doing Attica yesterday. I mean, I've been working with him for a year, but I haven't met him before. So, but it's the digital age. I mean, you can. It's so much easier to do, and finding somebody who does the job well.
Yeah.
You know, we pay our artists a reasonable amount, less than some, more than most. You know, but it's the guys we've got on board are the guys that we wanted on board for the project, and it's certainly. I mean, we launched in July, and this is at New York. This is our first full launch. I mean, we just literally, the books just hit iVerse yesterday, so they're just available to sell now. But it's been a learning process going through it, hiring artists, firing artists, getting new artists, getting guys that work, and then guys that can really deliver the stuff we want it to be. And it's been great. I'm having a lot of fun.